to know. Into the darkness we survive. If we're going to way around, we can dance together till this day we never die.
Hello? Hey, there you are.
Hey there. Here we are. How are you?
You're wonderful. Cheers.
Cheers. Good to see you.
Yeah, yeah, good to see you. Who's all there? Is everybody
It was
there?
my wife.
Uh, Huh?
It was my wife here.
Oh,
Um,
wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining me. This is the Roosta Show, and today we have LifeKeeper. Is it one word or is it two word? LifeKeeper.
is it one word? Like
Is one
life
word.
keeper? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, LifeKeeper. Okay. Now you guys are a goth rock project out of Mexico, right?
Yes, we are at Mexico in Monterrey City. It's northeast, near
Wonderful.
Texas, by the way.
Awesome. Okay, wonderful. So tell me, how did your band come about? How did what year did Lifekeeper come about?
Sorry, I have some issues with the sound.
Oh, sorry. Well, what year did Lifekeeper start?
Oh, so in fact, we started last year, 2023.
Okay.
Uh, I got some composition, one song, and I called my two friends, the bass player, Jesus Palacios, and the keyboard player, Dana Rincon. So I called them. Uh, it was on May. On May, I did the first song, and I called them to create the band. So we, I would say that we started officially like a band last year in November, like some months after the first song.
Wonderful. And what got you into wanting to do music?
In general, or
Yeah, in general, what got you started? Your early years. Like, did
oh,
you have family that were into music?
yes, yes. Actually, when I was a kid, I noticed I had uh, a lot of attraction with music because I was somehow always making the rhythm of songs or singing somehow. But in my home, there was
I know
basically,
exactly what you mean by that. It used to drive me
yes,
crazy when I would see people clapping to a hand that was
yes,
clapping to a wrong tempo, a
I
wrong
was,
tempo. It'd
yeah,
drive me nuts. And I would know the tempo already.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got it down.
There
So
was
you know what I
music
mean.
in home. I would say my mom had Mexican music, more like folk. I don't like it too much, just some branches I like. But my dad,
Yeah.
he was the my dad and my older sister. Uh, they had playing in the background uh, Hendrix, Michael Jackson, the old Metallica and
Yeah, yeah.
uh, Aerosmith stuff, like the very very old, the first
Yeah.
the classical from the 80s.
Yeah.
And
80s, good 80s and early 90s. Yeah.
yes,
That was good stuff that came out then. Yeah.
oh
My
yes,
favorite area. My
definitely
favorite era.
great era. Hmm. And I have also a brother, an older brother, and he was more about more pop music, but things like um, singers, but I would say maybe not pop, rock pop, maybe like Billy Idol, Depeche Mode,
Yeah.
uh, and things more dance, let's say more rhythmic. So I had this background of classical rock and rhythmic music, and my mom with this Mexican folk music.
Yeah.
And I was always singing or making the rhythm, even with my teeth, just myself
Yeah. Yeah.
inside me, just uh, feeling the groove of the songs. So I was always
That's
somehow
wonderful.
attracted to music.
When did you start playing guitar? I noticed you're a very good guitar player. I watched some of your videos.
Oh, thank
So
you.
yeah, and so I was watching you do some lead. So tell me how long you've been playing guitar.
Guitar. Okay. So I was lover of music, let's say singing, or if I had the chance to play some instrument somewhere.
Pardon me.
I remember I had a neighbor who had a piano. So sometimes I just was messing around with the piano just for fun. But a
I love
guitar,
piano.
and to take it seriously, it became when I was 14 years old. I had um, a cousin who had an acoustic guitar without a string. It was just like guitar somewhere. Nobody cares about the instrument. And someday I spent some uh, maybe a few hours at the house of my cousin, but he was absent, so I had nobody to play at
Yeah.
that time. And I just took the guitar and spent like 3 hours with the guitar. And I asked my mom, I want a guitar, like it's a must. I need a guitar. So 1 year later, I got my first acoustic guitar. So I started
Oh, awesome.
around 15 years. So
No, it's awesome. Have you ever played a 12-string guitar?
yes,
They're
not very
nice.
much.
They
Yes, yes,
I used to have one and they were pretty nice. Yeah, it was awesome.
yes. For strumming, it's wonderful.
Yeah,
Just
strumming is
for
wonderful.
leads,
Not to play lead. I don't like the lead on it, though, but
yes, no,
strumming
it's
is brilliant. Yes.
maybe for
So
someone else. But yeah, I like more 12 string guitars for strumming mostly.
how did the name Lifekeeper come about? What's what's your
Uh, you
purpose
know what?
besides the name?
Yes, when uh, in fact, I was listening to this, the first album of Dead Can Dance.
I
I don't know
love
if
that
you,
dance.
oh, I love it too. So I was listening to this first album, and this song, let me remember which one it was, but it's very post-punk song, a bit creepy. Remember which one it was. I think it's Arcano or something like that.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
are. You're right.
So I was listening this song, and I just make a note like Lifekeeper because I was watching to the cover of the album, just remembering the story of Death Can Dance.
Hmm.
And you know, this cover of the album has a like a tribal face, wooden piece of some tribal voodoo stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great album.
So with this, I just listening the music and looking at the cover.
Yeah.
I just got the idea like this this face is some kind of uh, ritual, but keeps the rhythm alive. And I thought about life, and I had this word like life keeper, like this keeps the group going. And I just
Oh,
know the name, and I like it.
I think it's wonderful. Do you notice behind me? Yeah.
Yes, yes, great.
Sorry, I added to your logo a little bit. I put that border around it,
Yeah, yeah,
but
it's great.
it's
I
all
like it.
right. I'm gonna try to see every episode. I'm trying to make them a little bit better and better. You know, I'm trying to come up with new ideas. So this is
Yeah,
my new
that's
new
great.
idea here. Okay. so so
Wonderful.
um what got you wanting to write post punk or goth rock type music? Out of all the genres,
Yeah.
what made you want
Okay.
to write this?
I had a band before of progressive metal,
Yeah.
and I used to compose many times pieces of music that were intended for a bridge. And my friends were like, dude, that sounds amazing, but it's too hypnotic and quiet. Like it breaks the energy of the
Yeah.
metal. So I kept many compositions, and I was always fan of Dead Can Dance, the first stuff of The Cure, the initial.
Favorite band?
I also yes, and I like a lot Russian post punk. You know, I don't know if you are familiar with
Raven
Trambais.
Raven
Trambais.
said,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh,
Doppelganger.
this one, not sure. But
Doppelganger is like one of the longest running Russian bands, Gothic Russian
oh,
bands.
okay.
But I think Raven said though is the best Russian.
Oh, I will listen to it because I usually listen to compilation of Russian post-punk just to have uh,
Oh yeah,
general
this
influence. But the thing is that I saved a lot of music that I composed that it didn't fit the progressive metal,
yeah
and I just keep it for myself. And last year I decided I will do one post-punk dark wave band because I really like this hypnotic shadow atmosphere, and I cannot play it somewhere else.
yeah. It
So
honestly, I think that goth rock is nice because it allows you to reach that innermost. You know that
yes,
your deep traumas, your dramas, the life's realities. You know, I mean, they you can really grasp the emotion and capture the moment in goth
oh
rock.
yes,
In punk rock, it's a little different. It's more the aggression, the angst, and
yes,
I'm gonna bite your face off.
yes,
But but yeah, that's why I like the goth rock because well, it's emotional. So
yes. Very, I would say maybe visceral, like from inside the
yes,
emotion.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're deeper innermost. So, did you say your wife's there right now too? Is she gonna say hi?
What? I'm sorry.
Is the other band member there? You said the other band members there, or is there no
Oh
other?
no,
Just you and your
unfortunately,
wife?
yes, it was my wife.
Oh, okay, just you and your wife. Okay, my bad. I didn't know if that was the lady in the band was your wife.
Ah, no, no,
No.
no misunderstanding. My wife here is a lady, but the lady on the band it's a friend. It's somebody
Okay,
else.
gotcha. No
Yeah.
problem. No problem. So when was your first show for LifeKeeper, and how was the experience behind it? And were you a little bit nervous?
Oh, well, our first show was we got here at Monterey the show of Two Witches from Finland.
Wow.
So one local organizer asked me, you know what, your songs fit for this show. Are you ready to play? Do you have enough songs to make a show? And in fact, we indeed had already like 8 songs. And I said, yes, we are in. Like, of course, for Two
Awesome.
Witches, it will be awesome. And yes, we had this. It was March. It was on one Wednesday. I think it was March 25. Yeah, March 25 was the first show of LifeKeeper. So we went to the venue early, and here it was Two Witches band already. So we spoke all the evening
Yeah.
about music, career, stuff about composition. And
Huh.
first I was nervous because I thought, wow, it's the first show, and we
Yeah.
already international companion. Uh, so it was a bit, it was both things, like a bit of pressure, but also a lot of joy because this people is amazing and it has career already on Gothic rock. So it's the perfect, for me was like the perfect fit to start the
Exactly.
LifeKeeper
Yeah.
shows.
So the people responded very well.
Oh yes. In fact, there were some issues, technical issues with the sound because for both for Two Witches and us because the venue had very great backline, but
Yeah.
we had some issues with the for example LifeKeeper we don't have drums, so we just program them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Two Witches is the same. They don't have drummer. It's just the computer
Yeah.
software and create the drum patterns. So
Yeah.
there
I
were
know what you
some
mean. I do
problems
the
to make.
same thing. I'm a
Yeah.
solo artist myself, so I do the
Oh,
same thing. Use drum machines.
we like to listen. So we had these issues like for 15 minutes. It was very frustrating, but at the end, in fact, my brother-in-law was in the venue, and he knows a lot about computers. He's an engineer, so he helped the technical, sorry, the uh, audio engineer to resolve the problem. So it
Hmm,
was super, like
wonderful.
frustrating, but then was resolved and everything went very good.
That's
And yes,
awesome.
people responded very good with the songs of LifeKeeper. I guess they were bored because there was a long silence in between the show and this technical problem. But then
Oh, damn.
they embraced the songs, so
That's that's awesome.
it was amazing.
How do you come about creating your music? What inspires you to write?
Sorry, I heard you very low.
I said, what inspires you to write music?
Oh, okay. The okay songwriting. It's about I had this influence maybe from progressive metal, but
Yeah.
I like to um, think about a good plot, like a movie,
Hmm.
and then write, let's say, a few titles, like 10 or 12 titles about the same plot, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I pick up one of these titles to write a song, the lyrics. So I would say that I use this technique maybe like it's called um, when you create the album all about the same story, the conceptual album, I guess.
Yeah.
Conceptual album. I use this technique to write the songs, and it helps me to have already to land myself in where I need to work.
Hmm.
Um, so after I got the plot, I start to do this thing of the titles. But um, what makes me write music, it's I mean the songwriting thing is nostalgia, uh, deep stories with um, I like the dark atmospheres. So I
How
think
about
about
this? Let's do this because instead of having to describe the whole album, like your last, describe a song, a track on the album that really hits you, like one of your tracks that really hits home to you that you guys have.
uh,
Instead of trying to describe all of them, just
uh
describe one of them. Tell me about one of your tracks.
first one comes to mind is sadness.
Okay.
Sadness. Yes. I don't know. I'm not like a depressive person myself, but
Yeah, yeah,
the sad art, it's something I enjoy. So it's beautiful for me.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I
Yes, it's
Me personally, I'm a manic depressant. Yeah. Um, well, I get pretty manic when I'm depressed, but I have not been diagnosed it. So I relate with a lot of dark music.
yes. Me too. Yeah, some people sometimes say, but you are not depressive people. Why you like sad music? And I say, maybe I'm sad inside, or I don't show too much. But I tend to be a positive person. So that's why some people
Exactly.
get surprised, like, I don't get it. Like you write very sad songs.
Yeah, but you need to have a release, a place to come out of that darkness. You know what I
Yes,
mean? A release in your yeah, a place of escape out of
yes,
this of the song. You know, out of that darkness and depression. So I mean, that's the trick because that's because there's so many people that deal with that. It's like it's big. Depression is. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's a big thing in my life, and I've noted it's in my family. It's been a big thing, It's like darkness is just trying to really have a grab a hold,
Mhm.
sometimes, and so I think sometimes it's a way of healing is a way of writing
Yeah.
it down and writing it in tracks, and then watching other people understand and relate with what you are singing about, and then they get healing, on top of it. So
Yes.
that's the joy of writing music that's sad.
I agree. Yeah.
So that it's
Interesting.
just something that made sense in my head. What is your main inspiration apart for being in this band? What is your main goal? What's your
Okay.
purpose?
The main purpose, I would say, the two main things. One is to create music that I consider that is beautiful and
Yeah.
that should be outside for people. Uh, and the second is, um, I would say that atmospheric dark music, um, it's very often in myself. So I just need, it's a need really to create something that keeps me in this loop of dark music that I, when I listen or play uh, dark music, I feel like, okay, this is already old, or I already listened too much or played too much. I need new. So it's, I would say these two things.
Sounds like music is doing more of a healing on you than it is on anybody else right now. Huh?
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
is.
That's very, very good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, then that
Yes,
means the music's doing its part. That means you're focused and doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's very good.
yes. I don't think
So,
about it often, but yes, I think it's really healing for myself.
it is. So do you do metal still at all?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, yes, this last week I met with a colleague for this other band that I want to bring
Yeah.
to to reality because I have other songs more metal oriented. So yeah,
Hmm.
I still have this heavy stuff also going on.
Is it really, really like trash metal, like thrash, or is
No,
it
you know
more
what?
doom type metal, more yelling and what kind of metal?
No,
There's a lot of metal out there, buddy. A lot of
yes,
metal. So what kind of metal?
no, this stuff. You know what? It's more like, let's say, if you combine doom metal with progressive metal. So let's
Okay,
say that
gotcha.
it's anyway sad and dark, but it's more technical than LifeKeeper. It's
Gotcha.
yeah,
I know
not so
exactly what you mean.
hypnotic and not so rhythmic. Maybe it's
Gotcha.
more
So,
technical.
do you have any uh plans for touring in the States coming up?
Not yet, but I have spoken with a friend who has some shows. I don't know if it's. I think he's manager of hip hop acts, but
Hmm.
he heard LifeKeeper and he liked it, and he said, "Oh, I want to meet with you guys because I like this for him it sounds fresh." He said it
Yeah.
sounds fresh. I would like to take it to maybe to the States. He said because I know some venues and some uh, festivals in the US that are active in this more like dark and
Yeah.
gothic rock. And we haven't met yet, but he has the contacts. So I really, really hope we can make it soon because
Yeah.
it will
So
be amazing.
you got a pretty good fan base going on there right now, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
good. That's good. That's wonderful. Is it kind of competitive with trying to find venues or shows? with other bands? Is it competitive?
Uh, it's you know what? Um, Here in Mexico, this dark wave and everything about gothic rock, it's very underground. So, but anyway, even underground, there are some states where it's stronger. Like let's say Mexico City, it has a lot of bands and a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who like it. Monterrey has a small scene of gothic.
Mm-hmm.
There are no bands, for example. I see this these guys who like to listen to dark wave and gothic music. They usually have only live DJs,
Mm.
but they play music from 80s.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there are no bands, at least in Monterrey. I know just like two bands, and one of them already stopped. So in theory, we have um, an easy way to get shows for LifeKeeper because there are no bands. But because it's underground, it's not very often. I would
I
say
get you.
we have like the goal right now to get one show per month at least. And now, right now, we did in March. Uh, we have another show coming on 2 weeks on
Mm-hmm.
March 13th, and we already have two dates for May and June. So far we have like one show per month. So
Seems like there was a lot of clubs in Tijuana when I used to party there. Margarita Village. Remember that? Have you been to a party in Tijuana? You remember
sounds familiar.
Margarita Village or Red Square or Club A? That was another club. Those are all in Tijuana. Those are
Yes.
all gothic and alternative clubs. And so yeah, I used to go there and hang out with all the time.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was pretty fun
In
when I
fact,
was in the Marine Corps. Yeah, so
yes, about this venue, about think about get shows and venues. I sometimes try to take a look to successful bands like, for example, you know, Twin Tribes.
yeah,
Okay, so I think they are based in Texas, but they have a lot of shows, and I like to watch what venues they play. And
yeah,
yes, I have seen many times they have been in Tijuana or Mexico City,
yeah,
and in the States, many shows.
yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
I have
Yeah, they're good.
notes like venues from the States and from Mexico that to have like possible venues that we can perform.
Huh, that's interesting. You know the band Last Dusk? They're
The band last one?
Last Dusk. They're from Mexico also.
Ah,
Last
yes,
Last Dusk. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I did an interview with them a long time ago. Long
Oh,
time ago. Yeah, when they first started.
ah,
Yeah. Yeah, we had a kind of falling out. They honestly thought I was racist.
oh,
Yeah, but look at we're having a beautiful conversation. I don't see no racism happening here. So
wow,
yeah,
that's great.
they called me a racist. So so I just stopped playing them. I don't play them on my show or nothing like that anymore. Yeah, they call me a racist. It was weird. I don't know why. Oh, okay. I did this joke when all the Black Lives Matter stuff was going
Mhm.
on, BLM and they're all doing all this crap. Well, since I'm a goth rocker, I said goth goths lives matter.
Ah,
I
okay.
post goths lives matter on
Uh-huh.
Facebook. And
Okay.
so everybody said I was being insensitive. And I was just trying to be funny. I was just saying, because we're black. We wear black all the time. Look, I'm wearing
Yeah,
black
yeah.
everywhere.
It is.
Black Lives Matter. Goth rockers, goth lives matter. Oh, that'd be funny.
Uh,
And so
Sometimes
that
hard
day,
to give your opinion.
I lost ashes falling, and lost October Burns Black, and lost Last Dusk. But I don't care. I didn't miss anything. I got a bunch of great bands, great people, and I love you. So I don't give a crap what people say about me because I'm not
Yeah,
racist, and
it's
I love
secondary.
everybody equally. I have people in Turkey, I have people in Russia, I have people in Greece, so I'm not worried about it. Love y'all equally. So, hey, is there anybody you would like to thank for your success so far in your band?
Oh, repeat the question, please.
Would you like to thank anybody for your
Oh,
success?
yes. I would like to thank to the family and friends because they have helped a lot um, with the organization to also keep us pushing us
Yeah,
to create because
definitely.
I was told many times, you play always on your room, but I don't see that you go outside and bring this good music outside out
Exactly.
there to
Yeah.
the world. So yes, I thank a lot to friends and family for
I agree with
this
that.
support and for uh, this push to go in there and create. In fact, when I had this first song of LifeKeeper, um, I was going to create the logo myself, but I thought, let's do this thing professional as possible. And I first thought, is it good to pay for a logo? And I just thought, yes, if I want something cool, I'm not a designer, so let's do the right thing.
I'm a designer. I'm a logo
Ooh,
designer.
designer. Oh, okay, cool. Great. So
Sorry. Well, I'm here if you
so
need anything, in the future. So
of course,
yeah, I love designing. I do all my own stuff behind me and all
I
that.
see it.
Yeah, it says the Roosta Show on the other side. Oh, that
Super.
side.
I like it.
Sorry, the camera's all backwards. Anyway, so
Okay,
that's wonderful. Yeah, and
I
so
will send you contact.
oh, do you have some new a new album coming out soon, or do you have some new
Yes.
tracks?
In fact, uh, this is a bit frustrating. In Spotify, we only have 2 songs right now, but we have already 10 songs ready. So I think we will start to record officially all the album on May, and on June should be already full album ready in Spotify. Of course, I will let you know.
Okay,
But
cool.
yes, yes, we will get the first
June
album.
23rd is my birthday, anyways. So that's good. That's
Yes,
good.
yes.
My wife and my son's birthday are both in May, and my birthday's
Oh,
in June.
super. So it's
So I
the
won't
perfect.
forget, man. I'll keep you. Yeah.
Okay, you won't forget.
And if you want to promote your new album, we can do like a little 5 minute like recording, and a little
Uh-huh.
promo, and so I can post that on Facebook and a bunch of different
Sure.
places, and yeah, we'll
Sounds great.
get people listening to your stuff. How about that? And then I'll be
Amazing.
having some mixes coming up soon. I'm gonna just do a whole bunch of them all at once, of goth, industrial, punk rock, and oi. And so I'll get you guys in the mix. I got so many bands, so I gotta do a rotation, but we'll be able to get your songs played and get people listening to you. Okay. And I
Sure.
appreciate your time very much. And
Me
bless
too.
your
It
wife
was a pleasure.
for putting up with me and for taking your time. And bless your family. Bless the rest of the members of your band. And I wish you guys most success. And I
Great. Thanks a lot,
thank you,
Rooster.
buddy. God bless you. You take care of yourself, man. Rock on,
Take care.
man. And I'll send you one of my tracks. See if you like
Sure.
it. All
We stay
right.
in touch. Yes, I
All
will
right.
listen to it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm always here for you. So always on Instagram. Always hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. Okay. You take care of yourself.
Take care.
Thank you. More rock, less cock here on the Roosta Show. LifeKeeper,
Oh, yeah.
thank you very much, guys.
LifeKeeper and Rooster
Rock
Show.
on, man.